Yeah, so today I'm going to talk about SPORTONE, which is my HCI project. Um, I'm going to also heuristically evaluate my project and the high fidelity prototype. So basically, I created an app. I try to create an app where for children who don't have lots of opportunity to participate in sports, increase their sporting ability, and also people who want to participate in group sports but don't have the time and energy to make to go and participate. Um, so yeah, we have this app here. Um, as you can see, it's minimalistic, so it's really visual. It has all the white background and lots of background, lots of spaces, which means that the users are able to differentiate the text and its background. So this complies with the Gestalt's figure ground principle. Um, Also, when the users click one of those buttons, for instance, home, about, contact, they just receive their feedback immediately. They just move on to the next screen without any loading time. So I thought the visibility of system status was not needed, although it could have been better if there was maybe a bar that shows just in case when there's a loading time that shows how long it would take for it to load to the next screen. Um, for Nielsen's uh, usability heuristics number two, which is match between the system and the real world. The layout, it's just follows the mapping convention. So for example, on the sixth screen that I show here, there's one ball for the single player mode, like without even seeing the single player mode, the word, even if you don't understand the word, just by looking at this one ball, you instantly know that it's a single player. Same goes for the multiplayer mode where you see all the different balls. So that really suits the match between the system and the real world, I think. For the number three of Nielsen's usability heuristics, which is user control and freedom. In this app, there's no undo or go back button. If you want to go back, then you would have to swipe up to go to the home screen of this iPhone. I use iPhone X, by the way, so it doesn't have that home button. So yeah, after that you have to restart the app again and then go back to the screen if you were on the contact page. Um, so it could have been better if I added the undo or go back button. And that way I could have satisfied the user control and freedom in Nielsen's usability heuristics. For number four, for consistency and standards, uh, users shouldn't have to guess whether two words have the same meaning. Um, like, for example, by including the login and sign up button on the start page, it just satisfies user expectation that was built upon then when they were using the other similar apps because like these days all the apps have when they have a login page, they have a login and sign up option on the first page. So we just follow the convention. So that just shows how we follow the consistency and standard of the industry. So that satisfies the Nielsen's usability heuristics number four. And for the number five, error prevention, um, I was first thinking to, for instance, yeah, when you're making a contact form, maybe if you add too much message, the app should return an error saying that you cannot uh, go over the maximum number of words. It could have been better by doing that, and I could have satisfied the heuristics number 5, error prevention. Maybe next time I would add that. For number 6, we have recognition and recall for Nielsen's usability heuristics. There is no recognition then recall principle used, just solely because the program does not demand a lot of typing. Um, and also for the experienced users, they wouldn't have uh, to use the recall option because they are mostly going to skip the demo option, uh, which I think is the only feature in this app that could maybe use the recall principle. So yeah, I would skip that principle. For number 7, Nielsen's usability heuristics, we have flexibility and efficiency of use. There isn't a shortcut offered to experience users to quicken the interface interaction, although there is a button, like as you can see here on the demo. Um, so experienced users don't have to press this. If you are a novice user or just started using this app, it could be better to press this button, but yeah, for experienced users, I just let them skip this part. Um, and number 8, for Nielsen's usability heuristics, we have aesthetic and minimalist design. As you can see, I try to maximize the minimalistic design as already mentioned when I was starting this presentation. The simple design is at its best. Um, each screen has a lot of white space, so um, the users can immediately identify uh, which buttons are for which, and information is direct. Contact, you immediately know that's for contact form. Login, that's for login. Sign up, you can sign up using the sign up button. There's no like wiggling around, going around route. It's just very simple, just direct. Um, Also very aesthetic. Like as you can see, it's very colorful. I try to put different colors for each group sport. Also, for the soccer ball techniques in the real um, playing screen. So once you complete one of the options, it will make the color. But until then, it's all gray because you haven't completed yet. So I just try to implement that color part just to show the to make the difference. Yeah, to make the difference. Um, yeah. And for Nielsen's usability heuristics number 9, help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. This prototype does not really display any error messages, but for actual use, certain error message panels might be included. For instance, an error message could appear if a user tries to press, for example, shooting before completing the dribbling part, because this is all in order. So you have to press, you have to complete one to move on to the next option. If you have completed everything, though, you can just go to any option for until you completed every chapter. You cannot just simply go to the last chapter without completing the prior ones. So yeah, that's where I could add the error message. 4 to 10, help and documentation. When a user presses this demo button, they're directed to the assistance page where they can use the app's capabilities while receiving instructions. There's no printed manual, however, there shouldn't be a problem because of its simplistic design. You can see where you need to go exactly with each button showing you exactly what they're intended to do. So yeah, that was it. This was my high fidelity prototype. Um, yeah, this is these 4 pages are the pages that you will see when you log into your account and you try to play. You can select the number of group sports from here. If you select soccer, you can uh, choose the ball technique, and if you press this and you press the go button, and then after that there will be a virtual training assistant which scans your technique and then shows how well you did and what you have to improve. That part I didn't add because it was too complex, but yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching my presentation.